right, stage 7, paragraph page 693. Last headword was even if, full stage revision. Oh, like not full stage, but just revision, review. Okay, so let's start.
はい。
Here we go. What kind of gift would you give a boy of 15? What kind of gift would you give a boy of 15? The kind of gift,
あ、sorry.
Omar.
The,
The kind of gift
the kind of gift
I'd give a boy
I give a
of
boy
15 would be
of 15 would be
a football, a bicycle,
a football, bicycle,
etc.
etc.
Very good. Do you think you should always accept a gift from a friend even if you didn't like what they have chosen? Do you think you should always accept a gift from a friend even if you don't like what they have chosen? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think
I think
you should always accept
you should always accept
a gift from a friend
a gift from a friend
even if you don't like
even if you don't like
what they have chosen.
what they have chosen.
Right? What do we mean if we say that someone has a gift for languages? What do we mean if we say that someone has a gift for languages? If we say that
If
someone
we s- if we say that someone
has a gift for languages,
has a gift for languages,
it means that
it means that
they have a natural ability
they have a natural ability
to learn languages.
to learn languages.
Very good. Next, how steam produced. How's steam produced? Steam is produced
Steam is produced
by boiling water.
by boiling water.
Very good. When you wanted to do something as a child and your parents oppose your plans, what do you do? If you wanted to do something as a child and your parents oppose your plans, what did you do? When I wanted
When I
to
wanted
do something as a
to
child
do to do something as a child,
and my parents oppose
and and my parents
my
oppose
plans,
my plans,
I
I
what did I do?
I I
I cried.
cry.
I cried.
I cried.
Very good. Next, what's a seat? What's a seat? A seat is
A
anything
seat is
that
anything
we sit on.
that we sit on.
Very good. When booking a flight, is a passenger usually able to choose a specific seat on the airplane? When booking a flight, is a passenger usually able to choose a specific seat on the airplane? Yes. When
Yes.
booking a flight,
When booking a flight,
a passenger is
a
usually able
passenger is usually able
to choose a specific seat,
to choose
a
a
specific
specific
seat
seat
on the airplane.
on the airplane.
Which type of seat is normally more comfortable, a chair or a stool? Which type of seat is usually more comfortable, a chair or a stool? A chair
A chair
is more usually
is more usually
comfortable than a stool.
comfortable than that stool
Why? Why? Because a stool
because a stool
has no backrest.
has no back
Backrest.
backrest.
Very good. Okay. About how many passengers does the average bus seat? About how many passengers does the average bus seat? The average bus
The average
seats
bus
about
sits about
how many? Uh,
40
40 passengers.
40 passengers.
Very good. Okay. Next, where's the seat of government in your country? Where's the seat of government in your country? The seat of government
The seat of
in
government
my country
in my
is
country
in Tokyo.
is in Tokyo.
Very good. Okay, next. Do you find that things get on your nerves more easily when you're hungry? Do you find that things get on your nerves more easily when you're hungry? Yes or no?
Yes,
I see that.
I see that.
Things get on my nerves
Things get on my nerves
more easily
more easily
when I'm hungry.
when I'm hungry.
Very good. Give me another example of the idiom get on somebody's nerves. Give me another example of the idiom get on somebody's nerves, please. The noise
The noise
those children make
those children make
gets on my nerves.
gets on my nerves.
Very good. Okay. Why is it that a football team playing at home usually scores more goals than when playing away? Why is it that a football team playing at home usually
Wait,
score more goals than when playing away? The reason
the
a
lesson
football team
a football team
playing at home
playing at home
usually scores
usually
more
scores
goals
more
than
goals
when playing away
than when playing away
is that the players
is that the
are
players
surrounded
are
by
surrounded
their home fans
by their home sounds
who encourage them
who encourage them
by shouting and singing.
by shouting and singing.
Regard, how many points does one need to score to win a game of table tennis? How many points does one need to score to win a game of table tennis? One needs to
One
score
needs to score
11 points
11
to
points
win a game
to win a game
of football.
of football.
Very good. What would you say was your main goal in life at the moment? What would you say was your main goal in life at the moment? I'd say that
I'd say that
my main goal in life
my main goal in
at the
life
moment is
at the moment is mm, be-
to, to speak English fluently.
to speak English fluently.
Greg, when do you think you'll achieve that goal? When do you think you'll achieve that goal? I
Achieve
think
that goal. I
I'll
think
achieve that goal
I'll achieve that goal
eventually.
eventually.
Very good. Okay. Name a sport that one needs very little kit for. Name a sport that one needs very little kit for, please. A sport
A
that
sport
one needs
that one needs
very little kit for
very little kit for
is football.
is football.
Very good. What kit does one need to play tennis? What kit does one need to play tennis? To play tennis,
To play tennis,
one needs a racket,
one needs a racket,
some tennis balls,
some tennis ball,
and a pair of trainers.
in and a pair of
Of trainer
tennis
trainers or
trainers.
tennis shoes. That's also correct.
Or
Okay,
tennis.
next.
Hi.
Why do we use words so and not when replying to something that someone has just said? Why do we use the words so and not when replying to something that someone has just said? We use the words
We use the words
so and not
so and not
when replying to something
when replying to something
that someone has just
that,
said
that someone has just said
to avoid repeating
to avoid
the
repeating
whole sentence.
the whole sentence.
Give me some examples of this use of the word so. Give me some examples of this use of the word so, please. Is that right?
Is that right?
What James said.
What James said.
I'm afraid so.
I'm afraid so.
I hope so.
I hope so.
I suppose so.
I suppose so.
I think so.
I think
I
so.
guess so.
I guess so.
And give me some examples of not. Give me some examples of not, please. Is that right?
Is that
What
right?
James said.
What James said.
I'm afraid not.
I'm afraid
I
not.
hope not.
I hope not.
I suppose not.
I suppose not.
I guess not.
I guess not.
Very good. What do we use or when do we use the word so at the beginning of a sentence? When do we use the word so at the beginning of a sentence? We use
We
the
use
word so
The word
At
so
the beginning of a sentence
at the beginning of the
when
sentence
we already know
when we already know
something that someone
something that
has
someone
just told us.
has just told us.
Very good. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Someone says to us,
Someone says to us.
or someone says to us,
Someone says to us,
Mr. Jones
Mr.
has
Jones
gone to Australia.
has gone to Australia.
And knowing this fact, and
Can uh,
knowing this
uh,
fact,
and knowing this fact,
we reply,
we reply,
so we've been told.
so we've been told.
Very good. Okay, next. At what age does a child move from primary school to secondary school in your country? At what age does a child move from primary school to secondary school in your country? A child moves
A child moves
from primary school
from primary
to
school
secondary school
to secondary
in
school
my country
in my country
at about the age
at about the age
of
of
13.
13.
Very good. What are the five senses? What are the five
Five
senses? The
senses.
five senses
The five
are
senses
sight,
are
hearing,
sight,
taste,
hearing,
touch,
taste,
and smell.
touch, and smell.
Right, if you had to live without one of those five senses, which did you choose? If you have to live without one of those five senses, which did you choose? If I have to live
If I have to live
without one
without
of
one
those five senses,
of those five
I
senses,
choose.
I choose smell
Why? Because
because it's important.
it's less important.
It's less important.
Very good. Why do the police use dogs when they're searching for a criminal? Why do the police use dogs when they're searching for a criminal? The police use
The police
dogs
use
when they
dogs
are searching
when they are
for
searching
a criminal because
for a criminal because
dogs have
dogs
an
dog have
excellent sense
an excellent smell sense,
sense of smell.
a sense of smell.
Very good. Tell me some of the sights one might see if one went to Tokyo. Tell me some of the sights one might see if one went to Tokyo. Some
Tokyo.
of the sights
Some of the sight
one might see
one might
if
see
one went to Tokyo
if, if one went to
to
Tokyo
are
are
Tokyo Tower
Tokyo Tower.
and Sky Tree Tower.
Yeah, Sky Tree.
Uh,
Yeah.
both towers. Okay, next. Is it brighter in your room than outside? Is it brighter in your room than outside? Yes or no?
No,
It isn't brighter
it isn't brighter
in my room than
in my
outside.
room than the outside.
It's darker.
It's darker.
Do you prefer bright colors or dark colors? Do you prefer bright colors or dark colors? I prefer
I prefer dark
colors
color
to bright colors.
to, to bright colors.
Very good. Were you one of the brightest pupils in your math class? Were you one of the brightest pupils in your math class? Yes or no?
No,
I wasn't one
I wasn't
of the
one
brightest pupils
of the brightest
in my
pupils
class, in my math class.
in my
Math
in my
class.
math class.
Very good. Do you usually feel brighter in the evening than first thing in the morning? Do you usually feel brighter in the evening than first thing in the morning? Yes or no?
Yes,
I usually feel brighter
I usually feel brighter
in the evening
in the evening
than first thing in the morning.
than fasting in the morning
Very good. What do we mean by a dull person? What do we mean by a dull person? By a dull person,
by a dull person.
we mean a boring person.
We mean the boring person.
Very good. What kind of job do you think is the dullest? What kind of job do you think is the dullest? I think.
I
The
think
kind of job
the kind of
that
job
is the dullest is
that that is the dullest is factory
worker.
worker
Why? Why? Because they do the
because
same
they
thing
do the same
every
things
day.
every day.
Very good. Was it a dull day yesterday? Was it a dull day yesterday? Yes or no?
No,
It wasn't a
it
dull
wasn't
day yesterday.
a dull day
It
yesterday.
was a bright, sunny day.
It was a bright sunny day.
Very good. Okay, so next, that's the end of revision. Let's have new work. Okay, so repeat. Shoot, shot, shot.
Shoot,
Uh,
shotgun.
all right. Shoot, shot, shot.
Shoot, shot.
Gun.
Gun.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word shoot is a verb. The three forms of shoot are shoot, shot, shot. Gun is a noun. It is a weapon that bullets or shells. Okay. Okay. So it is a weapon that shoots bullets or shells are fired from. Okay. For example, I'm shooting a gun. You have to have permission from the state to own a gun in your country. Okay. Oh, let's practice. Let's practice. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're shooting a gun.
You are shooting a gun.
What are the three forms of shoot? What are the three forms of shoot? The three forms
The
of
three
shoot
forms of
are
shoot
shoot, shot, shot.
are shoot, shot.
Very good. Describe a situation in which you think a police officer should have the legal right to shoot someone. Describe a situation in which you think a police officer should have the legal right to shoot someone. I think
I think
a police officer
a police officer
should have the legal right
should have the legal right
to shoot someone if
to, to shoot someone if
the
shoot
criminal
the criminal
fights back. Fights back.
fights back.
Very good. Do you have to have permission from the state to own a gun in your country? Do you have to have permission from the state to own a gun in your country? Yes or no?
Yes,
You have to have
you have to
permission
have
from the
permission
state
from state
to own a gun in my
to own
country.
a gun in my country.
Very good. Next, a great deal of.
A great deal of.
Very good. Okay, listen. Instead of the word much, we can use a great deal of. For example, I don't spend a great deal of my time doing nothing. Let's practice. Do you spend a great deal of your time doing nothing? Do you spend a great deal of your time doing nothing? Yes or no? Do you waste your time like that?
Yes,
I spend a great
I
deal
I spent great deal
of my time
of my time
doing nothing.
doing nothing.
Why? Why? Because
Why?
I
Because
sometimes
I
feel
sometimes
lazy.
feel lazy. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, next repeat individual.
Individual.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word individual is a noun. It means a single person or a single thing. For
Thing.
example, I am an individual. You are an individual.
You are
Okay.
individual.
I think the personal freedom of the individual is important. I don't think the individual ought to be made to do the same things and live in the same way as other people. Okay, let's practice. Do you think the personal freedom of the individual is important, or do you think the individual ought to be made to do the same things and live in the same way as other people? Do you think the personal freedom of the individual is important, or do you think the individual ought to be made to do the same things and live in the same way as other people? I think
I
the
think
personal freedom
the personal
of
freedom
the individual
of the
is
individual
important.
is
I
important.
don't think the individual
I don't think the individual
ought to be made to do
ought, ought to be made to do
the same things
the same things
and live in the same way
and live
in
live
the same way
in the same
as
way
other people.
as other people.
Very good. Next, repeat. Fierce.
Fears,
Lion.
lion,
Very good. Okay, listen. The word fierce is an adjective. It means very violent. Lion is a
lion.
noun. A lion is a large, strong animal. For example, by a fierce animal, we mean a dangerous and wild animal like a lion or a tiger. Let's practice. What do we mean by a fierce animal? What do we mean by a fierce animal? By a fierce animal,
By a fierce
we
animal,
mean a dangerous
we mean a
and wild
dangerous
animal
and wild
like
animal
a lion or a tiger.
like a lion or tiger.
Very good. Next, repeat. Fit.
Fit,
Athlete.
athlete,
Very good. Okay, listen. The word fit is a verb which means to be the right size for someone or something. When we say that someone's fit for nothing, we mean that they are not good enough to do anything. Fit for nothing. O- Okay, for example, my front door key wouldn't fit this door because my front door key is a different size. Their clothes doesn't fit me because they take a different size from me. I'd advise someone to work out on a gym if they wanted to keep fit. If I buy clothes online and found out later that they don't fit me properly, I send them back and try to change them. The word athlete is a noun. An athlete is a person trained to compete in sports. For example, I'm not fitter than a top athlete. I'm less fit than a top athlete. Let's practice. If you buy clothes online and find out later that they don't fit you properly, what do you do? If you buy clothes online and found out later that they don't fit you properly, what do you do? If I buy clothes
if I buy clothes
online and
online
find out later
and find out later
that they don't fit me
that they don't fit me
properly, I
properly,
send them back
I send them back
and try to change them.
and try to change them.
Very good. Would your front door key fit this door? Would your front door key fit this door? No.
No,
My front door key
my front door key
wouldn't fit that door.
wouldn't fit that door
Why not? Why not? Because my front door
because
keys
my front door
are
keys
different size.
are different size.
Have you got any brothers or sisters? Have you got any brothers or sisters? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've got a
I've got a sister,
sister. Only one sister. Very good. Okay, next.
sister and brother.
Okay. I've got some.
I've got
One more.
some.
Yes, I've got a
Yes, I've
sister
got
and a
a
brother.
sister and a brother.
Very good. Okay. Do their clothes fit you? Do their clothes fit you? Yes or no?
No,
Their clothes
their clothes
don't fit me.
don't fit me
Why not? Why not? Because they take
because they
a
take
different size from me.
a different a different size from me.
Very good. Are you fit to teach English? Are you fit to teach English? Maybe I'm fit
Maybe I'm fit
to teach
to teach
beginner level English.
beginner level English.
Very good. What do we mean if we say someone's fit for nothing? What do we mean when we say
That's
someone's fit for nothing? If we say
if we
someone's
say
fit for
someone's
nothing,
fit for
we
nothing,
mean that
we mean that
they are not good enough
they are not good
to
enough
do anything.
to do anything.
Very good. Are you fitter than a top athlete? Are you fitter than a top athlete? No,
No,
I'm not fitter
I'm not
than a
fitter
top athlete.
than a top athlete.
I'm less fit
I'm less fit
than a top athlete.
than a top athlete.
Very good. What would you advise someone to do if they wanted to keep fit? What would you advise someone to do if they wanted to keep fit? I'd advise someone
I'd advise
to
someone
work out at
to
a
work
gym
out at the gym
if they wanted
if they wanted
to keep fit.
to keep fit.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Had better.
had better.
Okay, but we stop there for today. But very good
Okay,
practice.
thank